Welcome to the debut episode of High Tea with Old Waver. My name's Dave Lane, also known as Old Waver. With me on the podcast, Toby Pipes, also known as High Tea. We're brand new to the Blowout Podcast Network, and we'll be talking to you about music and beer and whatever else comes up in between. I'm guessing you're probably a sports fan or a music fan, otherwise you probably wouldn't have found us. And if you are, you probably want to know about SeatGeek. Want to make sure that you're in on this because it's the best place to find the best seats that fit your budget. Now, when you have the SeatGeek app, it does all the price comparison for you. It searches multiple ticket sites to make sure you get the best possible deal. It does all the work. You just save time and money. So how you get the most bang for your buck is because SeatGeek gives every ticket a grade based on value. So you can immediately see what's an underpriced seat, what's the best deal in the section that fits your budget. Best of all, you can get a $20 rebate off your first SeatGeek purchase. Here's how you do that. To get your $20 rebate on whatever ticket you want, whether it's LCD Soundsystem, Wilco, Ryan Adams, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, download the SeatGeek app. Go to the Settings tab and click Add a Promo Code. For the purposes of this show, your promo code is OLDWAVER, OLDWAVER. Enter that. Purchase your tickets. SeatGeek will send you $20. Really easy, really convenient, and seriously, the best way to find the best seats for whatever show, whatever game, whatever event you want to go to. So download the SeatGeek app. Enter the promo code OLDWAVER today. Thanks for listening to that spiel. Stay tuned for the first ever High Tea with Old Waver.
Every now and then I keep looking back towards you, so my voice is going out a bit, but still.
It's fine. I like to make eye contact with you every once in a while.
Yeah.
Welcome. You have somehow landed on episode 1. Season 1? I don't know.
First episode.
It's High Tea with Old Waver. I am Old Waver, also known as Dave Lane, Gen X Davey from The Ticket. And with me is Toby Pipes.
Hello, Dave.
Do you care to give your resume?
Not really, but I am excited about the pilot episode.
Yes, so Toby, he did appear on The Ticket back in the day as part of the B team on Saturdays before the orphanage was a thing. You've also sat in with the Musers many times.
Mm-hmm. Way
You
early
have
days.
such Ticket pedigree that people need to really take you seriously. But you also have extreme music chops. You're totally profesh. As a matter of fact, we're in your home studio right now.
Yeah, that's why it sounds so amazing.
Yeah, it's probably the best produced podcast that you'll ever hear.
Yeah, except for the lovely buzz from the computer, but that's all right.
Don't worry about it.
We'll be okay.
Yeah, so you're listening to High Tea with Old Waver. It's a fledgling podcast. This is the first episode. It might be the only episode, but we are new to the Blowout Podcast Network. Shout out to Mike Soroy and Machine and Jake and TC for allowing us to post this on their platform. They're doing great things, those young men, those entrepreneurs. And so we're glad that you stumbled upon this. And let's kind of get people up to speed on our idea, at least initially, of what this will be. It could change. Who knows?
Yeah, how do you want to explain this?
Well, we like, you and I, and all of our friends, we like sitting around and drinking beer and talking about music. And so that's kind of what this is going to be. It's kind of a song swap where we're drinking beer and we're going to play songs for each other that the other is not familiar with. And we're just going to discuss, and whatever other conversation comes out of that, it's a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like...
No one cares.
I think we talked about it last night like this, that it's sort of like if there was a long road trip, we're in the back of the car, in the back seat, and someone's driving, and we're picking tunes and annoying everyone with our chat in between. Right,
so we have the long lightning cord plugged into the USB in the dash.
Yeah. And not worried about open container law.
Right. And so we're drinking in the back seat and we're DJing and playing stuff that maybe you like, maybe you hate, but it's interesting.
Right.
And at the same time, we are drinking. And I thought that, maybe we will continue to do this, but I thought it'd be interesting also. You're down here in College Station where we're recording this.
Yeah.
I'm still in Dallas. Where Rager Dykes grew up. and so I thought I would bring a beer from the North Texas area for us to drink, and then you would bring a beer from the College Station Houston area.
Right.
And so first thing we're drinking is what I brought. I actually bought a growler of this stuff because I haven't seen it yet on the shelf, but it looks like they put it in cans.
So the bottle is called a growler. That's what when people fill them up at the place.
At the growler station. The growler filling station.
Is that what it's called for real?
I guess, I think.
Huh.
But yeah, so what I have is from Three Nations Brewing out of Farmers Branch. It's Mango Smash IPA.
Did you buy the growler at the venue?
Yeah, it's Bluffview Growler. Fine establishment, a offshoot of Lakewood Growler.
But they have all different types of beer.
Yeah.
It's not just Bluffview beer.
No, it's like 70 different taps or something. And so you can drink it there, you can take it home. And so I brought this Mango Smash down to College Station. What do you think?
It's delicious. And I'm normally not into this, craft beer thing.
Yeah, you're more of a wine snob.
Not really.
Or you like your vodka.
Yeah, and I do like the beer, but sometimes when they get a little too IPA, ski vacation beer, it's a little over
this
the top.
one is not super skunky.
Right.
And the citrus part of it is not overpowering either. I think it's very nicely balanced between the two.
Yeah, when you told me that mango was in the title, I was a little...
Like you think you put a slice of mango on the rim of the glass?
Yeah, I was a little worried.
No, yeah, it's not overpowering in any such way, and it's also 6.9 ABV, so...
Jeesh.
By the end of the show, we might be a little trashed, and then we'll talk about the beer you brought later.
Right.
Once we finish these, we'll switch it up.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, one quick story.
Uh-huh.
So last night after we had dinner, we went by the local liquor store to get your beer and also some vodka and some ginger beer to make some mules last night as we were discussing how we were going to go about doing this podcast, something that we've been kicking around for a few months, and we're finally actually doing it today.
Yeah.
And so we're in line, and there's a dude in front of us checking out, and as we're standing in line, the 90s smash hit by Natalie Imbruglia, Torn, comes on the overhead speakers.
Classic.
And you and I just kind of forgot where we were, I guess. We lost all inhibitions, and we both started kind of swaying and grooving.
How can you not?
Singing along with Natalie.
Oh.
Still looks good, by the way. We looked her up on the Google.
Yeah.
Still looks good.
The song was in my head this morning, right when I woke up.
No longer married to the Silverchair guy, so we have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy in line turns around and is like, yeah, get it.
Yeah, and he was real country looking.
It was so country. I don't know that he had any idea who Natalie Imbruglia was. I'm sure not.
Well, no, he said it first.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was
good
on him.
Yeah, it was surprising.
So then we see him again in the parking lot after we check out, and he comes over, and I have a 6-pack of ginger beer, and he just takes one off. He just grabs the corner one and pinches it off the 6-pack. And he's like, "What you got here?" And I said, "It's ginger beer." And he's like, "Beer, all right."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, it doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's a mixer." And he's like, "Oh," and he went to go give it back to me. And I was like, "Yeah, you mix it with vodka." And he's like, "Well, I got vodka right here.
Right here in this paper bag.
Half and half?" Yes.
Yeah.
So he stole one of our ginger beers. But
Yeah.
I hope we opened up a new avenue of enjoying his vodka.
Yeah, for his whole...
Because who knows how he was just gonna pour it in a Slurpee or something.
Yeah, but he might have gone home and maybe it was a hit.
Yeah, maybe. So, God bless the people of College Station, and God bless the people of Three Nations Brewery. They're not a sponsor, so don't think they're sponsoring it. But if you'd like to sponsor this, money talks. We'll take whatever.
Okay, Three Nation. So that's who makes this beer.
Yes.
But the other place, they don't make beer.
Bluffview Growler. No, they just serve the beer.
Okay.
It's not really a difficult concept.
I don't know why it's... I know.
Okay, so the other part of this, in addition to drinking, is listening to tunes. And so I brought 3 tunes, you brought 3 tunes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
And usually,
it's like a 6-pack, bro.
Yeah, and if we're gonna get down to what's gonna happen with the songs, you are usually more up to date on tunes.
Yeah, I try to stay current.
I gave up a long time ago.
Yeah.
But so you will have tunes that are more current.
Yes.
And I will have tunes that might have, along the way, they're not necessarily current, but they got lost somehow. And
maybe a little more esoteric, a little niche-y.
Yeah, and maybe they deserve a listen.
And surprisingly, well, no, not surprisingly, you told me the names of the tunes and the artists, and I'm clueless.
Yeah, which is great. That makes it better, right?
Yeah, so it'll be an adventure in listening for myself and whomever is tuning in.
Wow. Is that what that should be our tagline?
No, I think that's already used by somebody.
An adventure in listening?
Yeah. I don't know who, but somebody uses it. Google it. All right, so the first thing we're going to play, 9 Inch Nails just released an EP. It's their second EP in the last year and a half or something.
Did you pick this because you sort of look like Trent Reznor a little bit?
That's what people say. I'm like a chubby Trent Reznor.
I'm just saying you look like him a little bit.
I'll take it. That's
a good thing.
I need to get in the gym so I look like a Trent Reznor, not a chubby Trent Reznor.
He does look pretty in shape. He definitely works out.
He's holding it together.
Yeah. How old is he?
Is he 50 now?
Gotta be at least.
He's
50,
close.
Right?
Yeah. If he's not already 50, he's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks great, and he kind of has put together a throwback of sorts to kind of the early 9 Inch Nails sound. The last EP, can't remember the name of it right now, but it was a little more the kind of ambient soundscape realm. This is definitely more in the techno synth pop realm that we first came to know Nine Inch Nails in. And so this is the lead single off of the most recent EP. It's called Less Than.
Man.
Intense, right?
That is kind of a throwback, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got the industrial edge, but it's also got all of those vintage keyboard sounds that, that Pretty Hate Machine stays with me.
Yeah, I mean, dude, definitely goes back to that, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's your overall opinion of Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor?
I like Nine Inch Nails. The first time I saw, when was the first time how many times have you seen them?
I don't know that I've ever seen them live.
Man, when the Peter Murphy solo record came out, when did
89?
89, 88?
Deep?
Yeah, well, when did
88, I think.
Whenever it was, Nine Inch Nails opened up.
Oh, really?
And he was really young. And it was on campus at U of H somewhere, like in a music hall or something. It was really small. But we snuck in during sound check and just sat in the seats and watched Nine Inch Nails hold sound check until someone finally came over and said, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" And so we were like, nothing. We thought we just came in the side door and sat down. They were like, "You can't be in here." And so we took off, but we had tickets to the show, and it was amazing. So I've always liked him. I just didn't later on when it all got really. He sort of followed ministry in a way of
doing lots of heroin and getting weird.
No, like he just kept getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
You know, to where just everything was so distorted. But this is, it's kind of a throwback.
Did you watch the Defiant Ones on HBO?
It's one of the, I want to see it, but I'm afraid it might hit a little too close.
Yeah.
Seeing as it's the exact, around that time, that was the label we got signed to.
TVT?
No, Interscope.
Oh, Interscope.
And with Jimmy Iovine, and around that time, so we got signed, the Toadies got signed, Brutal Juice, everyone.
Who's we? For the people listening.
Oh, Deep Blue Something.
Yeah.
And so, there's really good memories from around that time. Also, a lot of not so good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 5-parter, I think.
I've heard it's amazing. Like, it's definitely worth.
It's really well done, and if you're not familiar, it kind of is parallel storytelling. It tells the story of Jimmy Iovine, who founded Interscope, and before that was a producer and a label guy with an amazing resume. And also Dr. Dre, who obviously came up with NWA and then made some of the greatest hip-hop records of the 90s on his own with Eminem. And then finally, he and Jimmy end up together with the Beats phenomenon.
Right.
And then Beats gets obviously bought by Apple and turns them both into multi-billionaires.
9 Inch Nails was before that, though, right?
Right. But the way that 9 Inch Nails weaves into that story is that when 9 Inch Nails was on TVT, they had some crazy 7 or 8 album deal, and they hated TVT. They thought that they didn't know what they were doing and they weren't promoting their records at all. And Jimmy Iovine just thought Trent Reznor was like a generational frontman and really wanted to sign him away from TVT. So he made it his mission for a year to get them away from TVT, and then he finally did. So that's when 9 Inch Nails moved to Interscope. And then obviously down the road, Trent Reznor becomes part of the Beats and Apple family. So he's like some kind of creative.
Oh, I didn't know he was part of the Beats thing.
Yeah, he's some kind of creative director with Apple now.
So he's loaded.
Super loaded.
Does he still live in New Orleans in the basement of that? Didn't he live in a morgue or something?
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe that's not true. That's what I heard, is that he bought a morgue or something in New Orleans and lived in the basement and had a studio there forever.
Would you?
Would I?
Live in a morgue?
Oh, I thought you meant, me and Trent.
No, yes, that. Well, I certainly would. Because it would be like making love to my more handsome twin.
Yeah. Wow.
But would you live in a morgue? Like even if it was totally redone.
Yeah.
It was just wonderful, beautiful finishes everywhere. It looked like a house, but you knew it used to be a morgue.
Yeah, I would do that.
See, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts or the afterlife, but it would just creep me out.
Yeah, but it might be cool. It depends on what it would look like. Or wouldn't matter what it looks like to you, it'd just be too creepy no matter what.
Yeah, I would feel like even at the most base level, not that I was going to be possessed or murdered, but that there would be spirits watching me masturbate, or it would be an invasion of my privacy.
Man, I knew we'd get here.
It's a podcast. We can say whatever we want. Neither of us have cussed yet. We can cuss,
Yeah, but do you want to?
No, I'm not. We don't have to force it.
Okay, it'll come naturally.
Don't force anything.
Don't force.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's gonna. I know a lot of it is gonna hit too close to home for you, being a music industry veteran of that era, of just the end of the labels as we know it and the beginning of
do they
digital.
get to that?
Yeah,
They get really into that.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they talk about just the sea change of the industry and how everyone was just rolling in money to everyone going bankrupt. It's a really fascinating show. We're talking about. I'm resetting like we're on the fucking radio. See, I cussed.
It's all right.
The
that was
Defiant,
really natural.
the Defiant ones on HBO. So that's the Trent Reznor story we wanted to tell you.
No, that's good.
Was it good? I don't know. I don't know how to do a podcast.
No, I think it's fine to reset. I forgot what we were talking about.
Okay. So let me reset then and say, but see, it's not like somebody is just tuning in the middle of the podcast unless they're like walking into the room that somebody is listening to it.
Yeah, but say, you know how, if they're doing something and maybe they've gone through a drive-through and they weren't listening for a while and have no idea what we were talking about.
Okay, so if you just got a $5 Taco Bell taco box and you weren't paying attention, you're still listening to High Tea with Old Waver. And we just listened to the new 9 Inch Nails single. It's called Less Than. And it's now Toby's turn.
Okay. Now this one,
how much setup are you going to give, or are you just going to roll this?
See, I kind of want I want to hear at the end who you think this might be. So I don't want to set up a lot.
Okay.
But the name is Eliot Sumner.
No idea.
And I found out about this song from our mutual friend Tim Locke.
Okay, of Calhoun.
Was searching on the GigaWeb and came across this and called me one morning and said, "Have you heard this?" And so I listened to it and I really liked it. And I want to see if you can, while you're listening, if you're going to pick out anything in this that might go, "Oh, is this?"
I hope I don't come off as too stupid. That's all I hope.
No, this will be good. Here it is.
Appetite for love, laughter swirls and after spells, it's hard to get enough. So after dark we sail away tonight. The after hour, the opportunity awaits. So stay now. What if I stay now? If I stay here, I might lose again. So stay now. What if I stay now?
What do you think about that?
It's a hot jam. I really like it. I have no idea, no frame of reference whatsoever, though.
Never heard that ever.
Never heard that ever. Trying to place what it sounds like.
So the name, did the name give any clues?
Well, I mean, is it like Bernard Sumner's kid? I mean, that's not... Bernard Sumner's not his real name.
But who is super famous and their last name is Sumner?
No idea.
You don't think... First of all, boy or girl?
It's the singer?
Mm-hmm.
It's a guy, right?
No, that's a girl.
What?
It's his daughter. That was the first one that is like, no one ever gets that right. But yeah, it's a girl. You should see the video. She's really cool looking.
Okay.
And she's playing the bass of her father.
The bass of her father. Sounds incestuous.
Yeah. It's Sting's daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Can you hear a little of the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
The-
sorry.
the-
I keep
the-
every now and then I keep looking back towards you, and so my voice is going out a bit. But still,
It's fine. I like to make eye contact with you every once in a while.
his real name is Gordon Sumner.
Yeah.
right?
Okay. That's
Yeah.
right.
So-
Yeah. With the vocal harmonies now that you mention it.
Yeah, and sort of the bass line stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we she took the bass on tour. Like, it was really cool because I was telling you last night, without telling you about anything about this, that we went and saw Eliot Sumner at the Foundry last year. Because I think this record came out last year. And she was amazing. But she's got to give her credit. She was in a van with a trailer.
Yeah. She's not coattailing off her dad
She's
at
not
all.
doing the thing of, my dad's super rich. I could have a bus anytime I wanted to. Because I went back.
Because he lives in a castle and fucks all night.
He probably has many castles. But pretty cool, right?
Yeah. That's a tight pop song. I am pleasantly surprised because I had no idea what that was going to be.
Yeah, the rest of the record's good. You should check it out. It's really
Man.
good.
Okay, speaking of coattailing, did you want to talk to me about what I did this past weekend?
Well, I was wondering how I was going to get into this, and your shirt has been screaming at me.
Right, yeah.
Since we've been going, so...
I know, I'm one of those dorks that buys the shirt wherever I go and then I wear it the next week.
Yeah, so I want to... you were here last night, but I've been saving this because I wanted to hear about it on the Mighty Podcast.
Right.
Man, how was the Hall of Fame? How was Canton, first of all? What's it like?
Well, I've never even been to Ohio, period.
Never, not once been to Cleveland.
No, never been to Cleveland, never been to
Cincinnati.
Columbus, never been to Cincinnati. So that was my first experience.
Where'd you fly into?
I had to connect in Charlotte and flew into Akron.
Oh, okay. Where's Canton?
Canton's like 20, 30 minutes from Akron.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cute, very just kind of Midwestern town. It's got a quaint downtown.
How many people would you guess?
That live there?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know, a couple 100,000.
Oh, okay. So it's not like it's bigger than Denton.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's a decent sized town, but I mean the economy centers around the Hall of Fame
Why is the Hall of Fame there?
because that is the birthplace of the NFL,
Oh.
the Canton Bulldogs,
Okay.
and they had, I guess, their first NFL owners meeting at a car dealership in downtown Canton.
Rager Dyke?
No, it wasn't Rager Dykes. But yeah, so there's just so much history there. I didn't get to do the full tour of the actual museum, but I get to see the busts. The hall where they have
Busts.
every class. They're just kind of on translucent shelves and they're organized by class. So you just kind of go in chronological order and you can see them all together. And some of them are amazing likenesses and some of them are
Yeah.
really,
I could imagine.
really terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I felt totally not worthy the entire time. I really was trying my best to not embarrass myself and to act like I knew what I was doing.
Well, I'm sure thinking of all this just because of your gram post, bro.
Yeah.
Some
I was
people
all
can
over.
go to the Hall of Fame game and go to the thing, but you had a different. You were,
I had a different kind of access, and
hashtag blessed.
yeah, I was definitely #blessed because my girlfriend has deep-seated connections, familial connections with the Hall of Fame, and so I was her +1.
Well, what's the schedule like? So you get there and there's something the first night.
Well, we got in a day early, so we get in Wednesday night, and we stay at the Holiday Inn there in Canton.
That's another thing I wanted to ask you. Do they have like a ton of nice hotels? Because this happens all the time. Like they have to.
No,
How does Canton handle
there are a number of decent hotels, but there's not a nice hotel. Like we heard that Jerry Jones rented out
He
a
built a
mansion.
hotel.
No, he rented out like an estate.
He's got. They have different Airbnb for millionaires.
I guess, yeah. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's vrbo.com/megarich
.website.
But yeah, he put up, I guess, like his non-immediate family in the Embassy Suites, but then he and I guess Stephen and Jerry Jr. and Charlotte and their kids and stuff were all in a house somewhere in Canton. But most of the returning gold jackets, which is what they call the returning Hall of Famers, I think they had somewhere around 80 some that came back this year. There's only there's just over 300 total in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And many of them are dead and some of them are in poor health, but they had at least 80 there, which is pretty incredible that they all come back.
And they all stay at the Holiday Inn.
Most of them do, yeah. Most of them do.
So awesome.
And so we check into the Holiday Inn and we go down to the hotel bar that first night, Wednesday night. And, just there are LaDainian Tomlinson and Emmett Smith playing dominoes.
The first night. And so do you have any, is this the first time you met them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do? Because I know there's pictures of you with these people. So was this the first night? Did you just
no?
walk up
The first night was just kind of keeping distance and trying to be cool.
Okay, so there's a dinner the first night or something.
No, there's nothing official the first night. But my girlfriend, she obviously makes friends much easier than I do. So she had some interaction that first night. And we had a good time. But then, so the schedule the rest of the week, they moved the Hall of Fame game to Thursday. So that was the Cowboys preseason game was on Thursday night. And then Friday night is the Gold Jacket dinner. And then the Gold Jacket presentation, where the new inductees get their jackets. And then Saturday night is the actual induction ceremony where all the speeches happen.
So it's all leading up to that, and that's when Jerry's party is.
Jerry's party was on Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah, Jerry's party was on Friday night, and then
before he gave the speech and all the thing.
Yeah.
Man,
and then
I wouldn't have planned it that way.
And then Saturday night, there was Morton Anderson's party. God, what's his name? Kurt Warner's party, and then LaDainian Tomlinson's party is the one that we went to. And it was at the.
What was Kurt Warner's?
I don't know. We didn't go. I don't know if they had like a religious service or they gave out communion.
Is he super religious?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know his wife looks crazy.
God, her hair was all platinum and shaved on the sides.
So good.
But it was unreal.
Like
I can't even begin to describe some of the just incredible jaw-dropping situations I found myself in. But the top moment, I would say, is going to the Gold Jacket dinner.
Okay. And I saw a lot of pictures from this, so I have a few questions, but go ahead.
Yeah, so the Gold Jacket dinner was on Friday night, so all of the returning Gold Jackets and their family members. There's a cocktail reception. It's at this fancy hotel in downtown Canton, and then there's a kind of family-style dinner. It's kind of like a wedding reception. You're at these big round tables, and they, bring a bunch of... no, it was some 100-year-old hotel. I have no idea. And so then they bring the plates out, and everybody's, passing plates around. It's very, very casual for what you might expect. But yeah, you're looking around, and you're seeing, oh my God, there's Franco Harris. Oh my God, there's Dan Marino. Oh my God, there's Jim Brown. And so my one primary objective from that whole situation is I told my girlfriend I am not going to have a better opportunity than now, because we were sitting at the very adjacent table.
I know what you're going to say.
I said I need to go meet Roger Staubach.
No, Roger.
I mean, and I told her what my opening line would be, and she said, "Okay, well, if I go over there with you, you have to say that." So
what is it?
We went over there, and I extended my hand, and I said, "Excuse me, Roger, or Mr. Staubach."
You said Mr. Staubach?
I think I'm pretty sure I said Mr. Staubach. I said, I just want to thank you for being the greatest living human.
You did?
Yes.
He gets that every day.
I know. And, he...
Did he... Is there a chuckle?
He smiled and, kind of shrugged it off, but then nice to meet you, and he introduced his wife, and I introduced my girlfriend, and, there was an ensuing conversation, of kind of their mutual connections, and then at the end, I was like, I don't want to make you stand up, but I would love to get a picture with you before we leave. And then his wife was like, well, you may never run into him again. Just do it now. And he's like, it's fine. So I made he
so his wife
up. Yeah.
Was,
and
yeah,
so
because she knows.
Yeah. So he stood up from the table, and we took a quick photo. And then we were talking about living in Dallas, because they were like, well, where are you guys from? I said, we're in Dallas. And they said, whereabouts? And I told them, it's not really Preston Hollow. It's kind of west in Preston Hollow.
He's a big real estate guy, right?
Yeah, and he was like, oh yeah, we're in Preston Hollow. And then his wife asked, well, what district? And I was like, I don't know.
Cool.
I have no idea. And then it clicked, and she was like, District 13? And I was like, oh, because of your daughter. Yes, because Jennifer Staubach Gates is the Dallas City Council representative for District 13, which is Preston Hollow.
So good. Did y'all exchange numbers?
No, did not. But I did promise to vote for Jennifer Staubach Gates into perpetuity and put lawn signs in my yard. So that was by far the highlight of the entire time.
Man. All right, so you have all the pictures from that night, and that looked at, it didn't look stuffy, but it's like, more serious, because the pictures later on, it kind of looks like you're partying with people.
Yeah. Well, especially at the LT party.
Because Domino's happened again, because I saw...
Yeah, Domino's happened pretty much every night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and my girlfriend was trying desperately to have them let her play, and I told her there's no way they're ever going to let you play.
Did you play?
No.
Oh.
No. I don't know how to play dominoes.
Sure
It made me want to learn. It looked like there was so much math involved.
No, dude.
The way they were playing and keeping score, my head was swimming. I had no idea.
No, we'll play tonight. It's easy. You'll love it.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, obviously all the casual interactions at the hotel were great.
So those pictures of you with Domino's and y'all sitting so close and obviously hanging out, that was at the Holiday Inn?
Yeah, that was in the Holiday Inn bar.
Okay. It didn't look like a super nice bar.
It was all right. Okay, so the thing is, you were asking about the hotel situation in Canton.
Uh-huh.
Because they only have basically 3.5 star hotels in Canton.
Uh-huh.
What they're doing, and I don't know if you watched the game, but
yeah.
Between last year and this year, because so last year is the
They didn't have the game last year.
Yeah,
right?
last year the game was canceled because they used the wrong paint on the field, and it was all tacky, and they ended up having to cancel the game. Well, since then, they tore down a whole side of that stadium and rebuilt it. So it's got a nice new press box and suites and stuff. And they're doing a phased approach of adding on to that Hall of Fame village. Like everything's so spread out. The hotel is in this place, the convention center's in this place, the stadium's in this place, and they want to try and bring everything together. So eventually, I don't think it's going to be for another 3 or 4 years, maybe. I think 2020 is when they're shooting for, to have a 5-star hotel and a convention center right there next to the stadium in the Hall of Fame village. And so, yeah, they're just every off season, or between every Hall of Fame induction, they just keep adding more stuff. And they've done, it's a non-profit organization. It's not part of the NFL. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is its own separate entity. And I heard the Hardline talking about it, that anyone can go. I mean, you have to buy tickets to these different events, and you're not necessarily going to have the rubbing elbows access that I was lucky enough to have, but there are certainly opportunities to meet guys and to get autographs, and it's just a really cool experience. And so if you're a particular fan of a Hall of Fame class member in the future, or it's just on your bucket list, I would totally recommend people go, because it's super fun. It's super cool.
Well, okay, so all of this led up to the Jerry Jones party.
We didn't get into the Jerry Jones party.
But you have something from it.
No, I have something from the LT party.
From the LT party. All right, I think we should play a tune, though.
You want? Yeah. Let's play a tune, and then we'll revisit the LT party.
You have audio from something about that.
Yeah, I saw a recording artist that I had never seen before, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. But for this particular part of the show, let's go back to my list of tunes.
Yeah, let's switch off.
And I wanted to play you. Are you a fan of the Horrors?
I like the Horrors. I don't know a ton about them.
Okay. They have every album for me has gotten consistently more up my alley.
That's gross.
And what I have heard so far about the album that they have coming out next month, it's entitled V, I guess, because it's their 5th album.
Okay.
But everything I've heard so far has been tremendous. And so this is the first single.
UK band.
Yes, UK band, and this is the first single. It's entitled Machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I like that.
It's intense, right?
It's the singer has a really weird, really super early Human League thing going on.
Yeah, Ferris Badwan.
That's
I
his
don't know
name?
I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but his first name is Ferris.
What's his last name?
Badwan? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's developed into a really great frontman in my opinion, because he's just got like the almost like the Robert Smith, Ian McCullough hair,
Right.
and he's just got exaggerated characters. He's got really like a giant hook nose, and he's tall and angular, and I just really like his. I mean, I know it's processed and layered and everything, but I just really like his.
Cool,
I really like his vocal tone.
Yeah, it doesn't sound ridiculous. It's cool.
Yeah, so
have you seen them?
I've never seen them. They're on my bucket list because I wasn't aware of their first record, and their first record is completely different. They were kind of a very, I don't know, loose garage kind of. I don't know how even to describe it, but I've never even listened to that first record. But the second record, Primary Colors, is where they kind of channeled My Bloody Valentine. It was a lot of the shoegaze feedback and loops and stuff.
Guitar bits at the end of that last one were, that's influenced for sure.
Yeah, and so then the next two after that, Skying and Luminous, have been edging closer to a more synth pop type aesthetic. Mm-hmm. And I really have enjoyed what I've heard from this new one. Aesthetic. So yeah, the Horrors, they're my jam, and I'm glad you like them, because I never know. You have listened to so much music, and you've been in music for so long that you tend to hate music.
And there has been many over the years that you've played me
that you've hated.
That I'm like.
Well, I'm 2 for 2 so far.
You're 2 for 2.
By the way, we've
I'm not looking for something to hate.
We've switched from the Three Nations Mango IPA, whatever the hell that was,
Dallas beer, to Bryan College Station beer.
Yeah. So what is this now?
This is Blackwater Draw, where we ate last night.
Oh yeah.
The brewery.
Right off campus.
Yeah, and the actual brewery, they have the brewery stuff at the restaurant last night too, right? You went inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main brewery is in Bryan, downtown Bryan.
Okay.
And you can go in there and, there are tables and you sit, but there's not food.
Okay,
It's not like a rest. It's the actual, it's warehouse. You're just sitting in a warehouse. But it's cool. It's a cool place to hang out. It's a little warm, but...
Good burgers at the Blackwater Draw.
Yeah, it's really good. And that's over there by the North Gate area in College Station, if you know anything about
right
that.
around the corner from Dick's Chicken.
It's right around the corner from it.
So what this is Mulligan?
This is called Mulligan. I normally drink the Border Town, but the Mulligan is nice as well.
Yeah, it says it's a Kolsch style. It's easy drinking.
It is easy drink. See, it's back to the thing, I'm trying to find what I go for at the places, the craft brew places, just to find a beer that you can actually stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we were talking about Hall of Fame before the Horrors tune.
So this isn't from. You have audio.
Yeah.
Did you go? But you didn't go to the Jerry Jones party.
No, we didn't go to the Jerry Jones party. We wanted to, but then we were back at the hotel in the Holiday Inn bar, and we heard from numerous people that security was incredibly tight because it was at the country club. And so whenever you were in a car, you would drive up to the gate at the country club, and they would ask who was in the car, and then they would let you through. And then when you got to the entrance of the party, then they would ask who you were again, and they would check you against the list. And if you didn't RSVP for the party, they wouldn't let you in. And
then shoot you.
No, they would just send you back on your way.
Oh.
And so we just heard horror stories of people getting turned away. And my girlfriend was trying to do her best to text anyone she knew that might be able to confirm or deny whether or not we were on the list. and we never got any confirmation, and we just gave up, basically.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because we knew if we got out there, the odds of us actually getting in were very slim, and it was getting late anyway, so we would have missed the majority of the party. Heard it was amazing.
So was this the audio that you had, was this the same night?
No.
Okay.
So Jerry's party was Friday night. I think Jerry's party...
Because you don't want to compete with that party.
No, and I think that was the idea, that Jerry's party was on Friday night, and I think that was the only party that night. And then all the other individual inductee parties were on Saturday night. So
and JT was at...
Yeah, Justin Timberlake got paid $4 million to perform at Jerry's party. Yeah. I don't know how much this particular gentleman got paid, but...
Oh, what you have? Oh, you have music.
I have audio.
Oh,
I didn't actually record this. So we, my girlfriend and I made friends with some sons and daughters of other Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those was the daughter of legendary Vikings defensive end Chris Dolman.
Oh, man.
His daughter was hanging out with us, and so she took this video. So I need to give her credit, not that anyone cares, but she took this video. And so I guess the way this came about was LT in the locker room before every game would listen to this particular artist on his headphones to fire him up and get ready to play.
Okay, so so did this person come out of retirement for this?
No, I think he's still active.
Okay.
He's still active, but I had never obviously
I'm going to
seen
know
him.
this right away.
I don't know if you're going to know it right away, but this, I mean, there were plenty of things that it was him and a hype man and a DJ.
Sweet. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need. I mean, I haven't been to very many hip hop shows in my day, obviously.
Really?
But thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's play a little bit of what went down this past Saturday night at LT's party.
Sweet.
Give it up for the king of the dirty south, T.I. Hey, 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 I love my beat. Hello, 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 hello. Don't you know I like my time? Hey, you know I like my beat. Hello, and my time. See me rise when it cold, when it's shine. Like they get with a hot, they get time.
T.I. I mean, everybody in the crowd knew every word to every song. I'm just trying to follow along. And so it's in a tent, and it's on an elevated platform, and the subwoofers are making the entire floor vibrate.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to fade this down, so after this, there was just some random DJ tunes, and everybody kind of starts to disperse. Mm-hmm. And so there's a side tent off the main tent that is kind of a cigar lounge.
Okay.
So we go in there, and there's a guy with one of those fancy butane torches to light your cigar.
Okay.
And so my girlfriend and I split a cigar, and I told her...
You split a cigar?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
I mean, we split it for like 5 minutes and then put it out.
What? It's a thing.
It's not my thing.
It's not my thing.
It's not my thing at all.
But people that love them love it.
I know. And there were plenty of people that loved it. But we were just, we were kind of day tripping, enjoying it. And so over in the corner, there's LT with a bunch of his cousins.
Okay.
And so, my girlfriend had already made friends with LT, and, but I wasn't involved.
Man, she's so good at that.
I know. She has a magnetic personality herself, and she just is able to disarm these people.
You need to take some lessons.
I know. I come across as just desperate white guy, whereas she's pretty white girl, so
there's an advantage.
She's got a distinct advantage.
Yeah.
So I told her before we leave, I really want to, have a chance to. I know it doesn't matter if I do or don't congratulate LT, but I said I know you've had plenty of time talking to him, but I just wanted to share a moment with him. I wanted to get my picture taken with him before we left.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, okay. So we kind of wait for our opportunity. I made the comment to him that it was like a wedding, where it was at the wedding reception when everybody wants a piece of the bride and the groom. Everybody wants to come over and say something to him, and he's just trying to enjoy his drinks.
This is towards the end of the night.
Yeah, this is towards the end of the night, and so we're waiting for him to finish with somebody else. And we're standing right there next to the bar, and I'm not really paying attention, and I realize, oh, hey, Warren Moon, hey, how's it going? Just standing right next to me.
Man.
And chatted with Warren Moon and his girlfriend for a while. And then finally, it's time to talk to LT, and, whipped his ass a little bit, talked to, I don't know if you saw his speech, but his speech was amazing.
No. I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, great speech. I mean, some may think it's a little preachy, but he just talked about how his great-great-grandfather was given the name Tomlinson by his owner. His great-great-grandfather was a slave of a plantation owner named Tomlinson. And, he's actually gone back and toured the land that his great-great-grandfather worked when he was a slave. And so he's just talking about, kind of coming full circle and giving glory to the name, that was given to his family, but now casting it in a new light. It's just, it's very powerful, and he's just talking about unity and, not judging people and all that stuff. It was great. It was a very, very. I mean, he's such a sweet guy, and it's a very, very moving speech. And so I just wanted to tell him how much it affected me, how much I enjoyed it, and we took a picture with him, and then so it's time for us to go. Mm-hmm. And I told you this last night, but I'll just reiterate it quickly. So we get in the bus.
Oh, yeah.
And, they have just kind of a steady stream of transportation to take you back to your hotel. And so the only people on the bus are myself and my girlfriend and some douchey millennial guy and this really quiet black dude in the corner. And so...
So wait, before that though, they just have the buses to take everyone to the separate hotels? Or
yeah, you just tell the driver which hotel you're at.
Man, that is...
Yeah.
So no one had to drive?
No one drove anywhere.
It's nice.
And so we end up talking to both of them, and obviously I don't care anything about the millennial douche, but I'm interested in this other guy because he says, yeah, I'm one of LT's cousins, and we hadn't met him yet. We met a number of his other cousins. He's got a huge family that are in Waco. Mm-hmm. And so we're talking to him, and like, what do you do? And he says, well, I'm a music producer. And so immediately I'm thinking that, he's just a spare guy who makes beats in his bedroom and, hasn't ever really done anything, so I'm not trying to be condescending, but I'm just like, oh, okay, well, anything we might know. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. He's just kind of downplaying everything.
Yeah.
And so we finally...
and like I was saying last night, the ones that downplay are the most famous
right,
ones.
the ones that aren't shouting their resume at the first opportunity. And so turns out he produced... Kanye's single Power, like one of Kanye's biggest songs ever.
For the people that don't know, spit a few.
Hey, what's one man with all that power, doing stuff and all of that power, shutting off my power with power.
Yeah.
So
it got weird.
Kind of goes like that. And so, and he's done just crazy stuff with all these people, and we're like, holy crap, what's your name? And Symbolic One is his producer name.
Dallas dude.
Yeah, he's Dallas dude, and then I looked him up on Facebook, and we have like 12 friends in common. A bunch of like Deep Ellum people and musicians and stuff have worked with him, and so it was a crazy small world experience, and it was emblematic to me of just the humility and the friendliness of everyone that we met the entire weekend. It was so much fun.
Well, I mean, how could you have an ego thing going when everyone in Canton for 3 days is all famous?
Right. I mean, I had to try every night to not cry myself to sleep about what a loser I am.
Oh, Dave. It's not like that. You have a podcast.
That's true. And it's your turn on the podcast.
To do what?
To play a song.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What, Emiliana Torrini?
I'm so glad you said it.
Because you didn't remember it?
Well, I have a hard time. It's what? How do Emiliana Torrini. So this, I found out about this from our friend Nolan.
Okay.
Who is in the group Nations with me. But and the only reason why I'm saying that is this song came up from a friend of his, and we find ourselves checking mixes because of this song. Like, we'll compare things that we're doing to this.
Okay, so this is established a benchmark of
it's a thing that comes up
song
constantly.
Construction for you.
And also, I don't know if you can tell things when you play things for Clara, your daughter, but Pace loves this.
Your daughter loves this.
She's loved this since she was.
See, I don't try and play non-kid pop music for my daughter. I've given up.
It's just, I think it's weird sometimes when they pick up on things, and it's always, the best song of a certain artist, they can pick up on it.
Okay.
Because it's good. It's a hit. But it's from 2013, and when I say it's a hit, no one's ever heard of it.
But it's a hit in your mind and Pacey's mind.
Yes. And I think you'll get why I like it when you hear it.
Okay, play it.
Anyway, here it goes. What do you think of that? You can see where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds exactly like Peter Hook on the bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Emiliana Torrini.
From Iceland.
Speed of Dark. She's Icelandic?
Icelandic. 2013, so it's not from, forever ago.
Right.
But yeah.
No, that's cool.
I can't, that is a guilty pleasure. I can't let that one go.
Have you heard the rest of that album that it's from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bits and pieces. There's about 2 or 3 other good ones. I haven't spent a ton of time with it, but there's a reason why I keep going back to that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And I don't blame your daughter for...
Oh, man, it is Pace's jam.
Putting it on her list of favorites.
Yeah, it is on her playlist. What do we do now?
Well, I think we've exhausted the Hall of Fame talk.
Yeah, we're good with that.
I mean, you and I, when we finish more of these beers later after we turn off the podcast, I'll tell you more stuff.
Yeah.
But for now, we've finished that. But we only have, 2 more songs left.
We have 2 more songs, and we've been talking a lot.
Yeah, so
maybe...
this actually might end up being longer than what we intend the average episode to be.
Yeah, it's normally not going to be 2 hours or...
No, I think 90 minutes is like the upper echelon of people's attention span. Although podcast people are weird. They just listen to nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this rambling and obtuse music is just what you need to get you through your commute or your workout or your meditation.
Nice jog.
Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Don't walk. Don't.
So next is my turn, and it's my last one, and I wanted to play. This came out several months ago. I guess the beginning of May.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that it's not something that you have probably listened to because you hate music and you don't listen to any current music.
Well, there's so much of it.
But I wanted to play one of the new LCD Soundsystem songs. They released kind of like a double A-side back at the beginning of May, and their new studio album, American Dream, is coming out on the 1st of September.
So did he explain anything? Did you read anything about this?
What do you mean explain?
Well, big DVD, the whole
after the
thing
big
about,
the Madison Square Garden farewell show.
Yeah, we're leaving forever. I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
And then, so what's the deal?
Well, I did. Yeah, he did post because they've done a couple of residencies in New York, like at I think at the Metro, and then at Terminal 5, and then at some place Brooklyn Steel in Brooklyn. I guess that's kind of a new place.
I don't know.
But they've done a couple of residencies where they've played like 5 nights in a row, and then they've been doing kind of the festival circuit, kind of leading up to the new record coming out this fall. And he had a very kind of confessional post. James Murphy, we're speaking of the main guy from LCD, and basically he was like, "Look, when we said we were going away, we really thought we were, and
when he says we,
it's mostly him, but it's everyone." And he said, if anyone is upset with us for coming back, like that you spent money on a trip to come see us, and then you feel like you wasted that money, or you were duped, or that this particular era of music means so much to you and you don't want to see us do anything else that would soil our legacy, whatever. He was like, I totally get that. And he's like, I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but after about 5 years of being apart, he's like, a bunch of us from the band got back together and started messing around and started playing stuff, and reinvigorated their joy of playing together.
Mm-hmm.
And they realized that they weren't as burnt out on everything as they thought they were. And so they started writing new stuff, and they started talking about recording it and realizing that it would be kind of a PR nightmare because they made such a big deal about going away. But then at the end of the day, they were like, fuck it, we can do what we want.
I don't think anyone believed it anyway.
That they were going away forever.
Yeah, I mean, how many bands do that? It's like,
Yeah, I think they couched it poorly. They could have just said, we're going on an indefinite hiatus.
Right.
That, these are our farewell shows for now. Maybe we'll be back. Maybe we won't. I think they could have made it a little less dramatic and definitive.
Yeah, but I get it.
But, for me, I'm glad they're back because they're one of the few, present day acts that I really look forward to seeing and hearing. And I'm very encouraged by what I heard from the first 2 tracks off the album. It was, like I said, it was double A side, Call the Police and American Dream, the title track from the full album.
And this one is, what are we listening to?
We're going to listen to American Dream.
Okay.
He said that, especially Call the Police is very reminiscent of, some of their more anthemic, dancier numbers. Mm-hmm. He said that the album as a whole is a little bit darker and, not quite as, party soundtrack as maybe the first single indicates. But American Dream, the B-side or double A side of Call the Police, is kind of, to me, emblematic of all that LCD Soundsystem is. Just the kind of self-effacing humor, mm-hmm. the nostalgia for the past, the fear of growing old, and kind of the longing for human connection, all that stuff, and then really cool synth sounds. So let's listen, and I want to see what you, the listener, and you, Toby, think. But let's listen to American Dream.
Man, that's good. Do you remember the Coachella Jam?
Coachella Jam.
Didn't we see them at Coachella?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the problem was?
No.
The worst set list known to any band that's ever existed? You don't remember?
I don't remember that.
They heavy loaded the front with all the hits that everyone knew, and then the end just played a bunch of stuff no one knew. And so it was like really exciting for the first 5 songs, and then everyone went, "What's going on?" You don't remember that?
No.
It's a
blur.
It was a lost weekend.
It's a blur.
It's a good time though. When was that?
07?
Oh man. So
Was it 07?
I have no idea, but they've been around a while, I guess.
Let me look on the Giga. Hold on.
I remember he loved the cowbell.
Yeah.
Like he just walked around and banged on the cowbell the whole time. Jesus and Mary Chain one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find the lineup. Hang on a second, bro.
We were there with Manny. It was his birthday. Or it is his birthday.
Yeah, 2007. That was the year of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, Bjork,
God.
Arcade Fire,
No,
LCD
no.
Soundsystem,
Did we see Rage Against the Machine?
Jarvis Cocker, Jesus and Mary Chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys. Did you already say that?
No.
Hmm.
But yes, I did. Was it 05 that I went with? No.
I don't know. There's no way we're going to
there's no way. So much of my life is lost to my poor memory and substance abuse.
Oh, man. Are we going to... Let's not get into that.
Yeah. But, yeah, so 2007 was you, me, and Manny.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Manny.
In a...
Even though this will come out. When does this come out?
I don't know. I don't know when it will actually be posted.
But it is actually today.
Today is Manny's birthday.
He's a B Team member.
Happy, 46th?
At least. I don't know. He's 10 years
God,
older than me.
we're all-
I know that.
we're all
So
getting
it's-
old.
So whatever. 10 plus me. So
I do have tickets for LCD this fall.
where are they playing?
They're playing the Bomb Factory,
Huh.
which will be fun. That's a great place. Have you been to it since it reopened?
I don't think so.
It's so good.
I saw Cocteau Twins for a 4 Calendar Cafe there.
At the old Bomb Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, what's different?
They totally redid it. It's like a million times nicer. Times
How
change.
could they make it
Time
nicer?
change,
Like,
bro.
what do you mean it's not? Like, there's not seats.
Well, they added a second level with like seats and suites,
Oh.
and they blew out the roof and they built a brand new stage, and it's got
Are you in a
crazy
suite?
lights and stuff. No.
Because you know Roger Staubach? And Tony Dorsett.
Yeah. I just need to drop those names at the box office when I walk in. Oh, excuse me, sir. Here's your suite.
Yeah.
All right, so at least I'm 3 for 3. I think that everything that I've played for you,
I would have said
you have had a positive
the
reaction.
shakiest ground would have been the LCD song, even though I like them. But still, you know, every now and then I'm kind of weird with them. But that was a good one. That's a good one. Because they are hit or miss sometimes to me.
Yeah, I understand that, and you know, I think a lot of people are rubbed the wrong way by him.
Yeah, but he's okay. I get it. I mean, I get the whole what happened before.
Yeah.
So should we jump into another tune and just so we're, you know, so people don't think that we just are gonna ramble on this the whole time?
Yeah, let's play your last tune, and then I don't know what we'll do for the last segment. We'll figure something.
I mean, are we playing the last tune and then that's it? Or
No,
we
no.
should talk a bit at the
No,
end?
I think we should talk a bit at the end, and then I have an idea for the end.
All right, I want to hear what you think. Anyway, this is from like 1981.
So we're going in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I didn't listen to this back then. Do you watch the show Master of None?
Yeah, with Aziz Ansari. No, I have not seen it.
It's good.
And so this was on
This is
an episode?
the start of the second season. He is in Italy.
Okay.
And I forget why. But when we were watching it, the whole time I'm just sitting there going, man, there's got to be a soundtrack to this. It's just good music the whole time. And he's got good taste in tunes, which you can tell through the series or whatever. But so I looked it up, and then I bought the soundtrack for the show, and it's really good. This is Italian disco music from 1982, and I'm saving another song for another podcast because the video that goes with it is outrageous. But this one, they don't have a video for it. It's called The Rainbow Team, is the name of the band.
Never heard of them.
And the song is called Bite the Apple. Never.
No.
Doesn't ring any bell?
No?
Okay. Well, here, it's another guilty pleasure. Love it. You'll dig it.
The apple, alright.
How did Rainbow Team not blow up?
I don't, man. Right? It's good, right? Like,
You know
can
what?
see just like,
I love any disco tune with strings in it.
yeah, and that ding 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 ding, that single
Right.
string guitar thing. It's so good.
It reminded me of that Fly, Robin, fly, boop, 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 ba-doo, right up to the sky. You know what I'm talking about?
What is?
With a little bit of chic in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was so good. But yeah, you can see how that's a man. Like right away when I heard that, I was like, "This is great."
It just makes you happy.
I want to rent a old convertible and
Or go to an all skate.
yeah, skate backwards.
Skate backwards.
Skate backwards.
Did you ever own your own skates?
No, did you? Wait, but you were a hockey person.
No, I'm talking roller skates.
That's what I mean though. But you owned your.
No.
Like, what did you do in the summer?
Well, I didn't play hockey when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
I had ice skates when I was a kid when we lived in New York, but I didn't play hockey.
Okay.
But when we moved to Texas,
Then you got your roller skates.
it was on my birthday list one year because
How old?
all my friends had their birthdays at Euless Skateland.
Yeah.
And-
We had the rainbow roller rink.
Yeah, so that was the place to have your birthday party and to get the suicide soft drink in the concession stand and to go out there and speed skate and show how much you got, show
Yeah.
the older kids how fast you were.
Sure.
And so I was very excited to graduate from rental skates to my very own skates.
Man, what color?
Well, that's the thing. My mom got them for me from Sears, maybe out of the Sears catalog. I'm not even sure. And they were white.
Man, so good.
And so, I really didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, all right, they're white skates, but that's cool. Maybe I'll look fast. And so I put them on, and I went to Euless Skateland.
Is this with like some Lee jeans? Like,
I probably was wearing because we were Sears shoppers. They were probably Tough Skins.
Sweet.
And so I lace them up, and I'm really excited for the first speed skate because I really wanted to just put them through their paces, see how much they got, right?
Yeah.
And so I get out there, and I'm doing the step over on the turns. I'm trying to go super fast.
Man,
And
I can totally picture all
I know. And then this older kid, skates up next to me.
Do you remember his name?
No,
Oh,
I had
man.
I had never seen him before. I've never seen him since. He just flew into my life in this one split second that I still remember to this day.
Uh-huh.
And he looks at me and he looks down at my skates, and as he blazes past me, he's like, "Those are girl skates."
And you never wore them again.
No, I skated right off and took them off and never wore them again.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh man, the bully at the skating rink. Was this just a Huntsville thing, or did you have a siren at the roller rink?
Like the
red,
overhead? Yeah.
like the overhead. What song did they play when they turned that on?
Oh, I don't remember. I mean, I know in the middle they had the disco ball and they had the siren light.
In Huntsville, for sure, the only time that light came on was when they played Firehouse by Kiss.
Firehouse by Kiss.
Wasn't that a Kiss song? At the firehouse. Down, 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 down.
I don't know that song.
That's a Kiss song, isn't it?
It's a deep cut. I
It's a deep cut.
I have no idea what that is.
But all we knew, if they played Firehouse, the cool thing about it was they turned the siren on in the roller rink.
It's so sad.
No, it's so sad. But I remember, that's what I remember about Rainbow Roller Rink. You know what? What do you want to do? How should we end this? We haven't.
I think we should
don't have
we should have a reprise of our opening song. So
Okay, we're
I
gonna
guess
do that. But
yeah. So I think I don't know. We don't have like a fancy theme song or open, so we decided that we would just have a karaoke song.
we're gonna make one though.
Eventually, maybe.
I think we should.
I don't know. But I thought maybe at the end of the show we could just kind of reprise New Order Regret and just kind of have a sing out.
I think it went well, though.
Do you think?
I've enjoyed this.
Are we going to go back and listen to this, or are we just going to pack it up and send it off to Mike Soroy and never speak of it again?
There'll be a few things that I'll probably need to do.
Yeah, if you made it this far, we appreciate you listening, and we hope to do better in the future. And if you have suggestions on how to make it better, go ahead and send those to Mike Soroy.
Yes. Or call in.
Yeah, call in to 787-1310. You have been listening to High Tea with Old Waver.
Yes.
I would like a place I could call my own. Have a conversation on the telephone. Wake up every day, that would be a star. I would not complain on my wounded heart. Just wait till tomorrow. I guess that's what they all say. Just before they fall apart.
Where's the tempo? Give me the tempo.
Yeah! It's like I can't tell what's you and what is the recording.
I know.
But how are you going to end it?
Did the song stop, or am I just still playing? That's.
Well, you talked over it. It was a good ending until you talked over it.
I know, but that's how that's called the hippie ending.
We'll see you next time.
Good night.